G'day gang, welcome back to some more AllianceWar action here in PuzzleCombat with Governor. Once again, ESF has been matched up with another alliance, as is the case with every AllianceWar. This time around we have got LE Brazil, or Liga Elite, I'm pretty sure is the original name for this ally, way back anyway. So yeah, Liga Elite or LE Brazil. Blue tanks their side, red on ours, so that's sort of the scene of the fight. We've had an opening board which has not been too bad. We've gotten some okay tiles so far in terms of our greens and our title card heroes, so not too bad from that front. I do play a move here which I'd pop the ailment out on, or the charge control out on Pulse, tap away on Sarge with Equani to trigger the bleed burst. So yeah, the team that I've got, fairly familiar faces. We've got Venus with Fiddle and Equani as the combination, thrown in Ghost and Dragon Fist for some extra damage, as well as the charge control from Dragon Fist. So left hand side is completely gone. We're working away on the right hand side. We'll ghost as much as we can of our tiles, because that keeps them from charging their skills. Run the gauntlet for a 20-something% chance to target the enemies with Fiddle. Didn't quite make it, which is a bit unfortunate, but I've got the heroes health availability that I can run the gauntlet on that, rather than, you know, waiting it out, as is probably a smarter move. Pop Dragon Fist, some green tiles, recharge Venus, and then use the matches on the right hand side, seeing as Dynasty had charged her skill anyway. Whatever move we make, Dynasty is going to die anyway from that burn ailment. So we could have made the blue match onto Dynasty, we could have made the match we did, but in either case we were going to get the W there. So first one done and dusted, we will take it. Next up we've got Marillion Top Combat. So we've got the double green flank to the blue tank. It's not a hugely effective strategy going double green on a blue tank, because you're not taking advantage of any weaknesses, because, I mean, if I've stacked my green heroes, which I have done, worst case scenario, I end up being neutral against the two flanks. If it was two red heroes there, then it might have been able to take advantage of some of that weakness, because then you would be using green, which is weak against red. So, but either way, not too bad a position to open ourselves up. We've got the tank gone, which is the primary healer as well. Ayumi does fire her skill, which is okay. Not too much damage comes from Ayumi, which is nice. So we'll just make all of our matches on the left side, away from where the counterattack currently is residing. Fire off with Wyatt to regen some health. Use Whack to dispel the two counterattack effects on that right hand side. Pop off with Topaz, get the kill shot on Mallet, extra damage there on Parsec, and then, I mean, we finished it with Ayumi in a revive state, which is a little bit weird. I don't really understand how that glitch works sometimes, but for some reason, if you line tiles and speed up right, then Ayumi just, or it's not just Ayumi, it's all Warfighter heroes, you can actually finish the fight with them in the Warfighter revive status. I mean, they're not actually on 1 HP when the fight ends, it just looks like they are, because the graphic didn't catch up with where the battle was actually sitting. So anyway, weird glitch. It happens periodically. You've probably seen it yourselves, let's be honest, the number of times that Warfighters come out. Next up, we've got Will 66, another green triple stack. I've got double charge control, which is probably a bit overkill for this fight, but we've got both. We've actually got quadruple charge control, which is just how insane this team was when I built it. So we've got Insanity from Mayor Venaya, we've got Charge Slow from Clara, which you'll see come out now. We've got Charge Stop from Emerald, and then we've got Charge Cut from Zodiac there. So about the only one that we didn't bring into this team was a Silence. Otherwise, we've got 4 out of the 5 methods of charge control going. So, yeah, look, we're not expecting to lose this fight from here. We've got superior health advantage. We've also got charge control up the wazoo. Marrow is charged, got the Insanity on her. Yeah, it's GG's at this point. So, yeah, you can see there the attack buff on Zodiac from Clara and just the amount of damage that he kicks out as a result of that. So, yeah, pretty easy win, probably overkill. Well, it was definitely overkill in the charge control front, because it does leave us maybe a little bit short on some of our later fights, but we'll have to see if that actually plays into anything in those later hits. So next up, we've got Daia, something like that. Triple green stack once again. So we've got Ayumi with Janesaw as the 2 damage dealers. Janesaw is a really great hero to use against Hypernova, so that's why I've brought her along. The reason for this is quite simply that Hypernova relies on buffs in order to be effective. So Janesaw will block buffs from applying while her Fiend is active, which means that I can stop Hypernova from giving herself that delayed damage buff, which is really her major effect. So I'll pop that out on Hypernova now. We'll target Ayumi on the right hand side, mainly just to put that defense down element out so that my damage is slightly increased against them. Yeah, a little bit of a mistake putting Ayumi next to Amethyst. It does kind of waste one of the counter attacks, because it's on a hero that can't actually be targeted, or is very unlikely to be targeted when she's in stealth mode. But, I mean, it is what it is at this point. It's not a bad move either, because it's Amethyst then breaks up the entire fight. So, best case scenario, the enemy heroes can hit 2 of my heroes when she's in stealth mode, because she just breaks the fight up, basically, on either side. So, target Xenia there with Amethyst, just to start chipping away some of her damage. Ideally, we'd like to kill Xenia before she gets a chance to try and revive anyone, but we're not quite going to get there. She's got enough health left that there's no easy kill. You can see that the minion, or the Fiend rather, from Janesaw has lasted all this time, and has resulted in blocking Hypernova from applying 3 of her delayed damage buffs now, which is really, really, really strong. So, yeah, Janesaw is an incredible counter that I've found to Hypernova. I use her as much as I can. Or rather, whenever I use Janesaw, it's pretty much always against a Hypernova enemy, because it is just such a good combat, or a counter to that hero. So 4 from 4, we're on a pretty good roll. 2 to go, hopefully we can close this out. We've got Rochedo, something like that. Yeah, another 3-1-1 split, so we've got Fungi Beats as one of the off-color heroes, as well as a second copy of Amethyst. Our 3 greens, we've got the combination of Equani and Fiddle once again, and then we've got Variant Throttle in there for his debuff. So the debuff is very handy against our friendly gladiator there, Gladius, but it's also good for removing the special skill buff that El Coyote gives off. So Coyote's not going to be the biggest threat at this point, being in the wing. He is fairly slow. Slow heroes and wing positions don't tend to mix very well. They don't usually have any impact on the fight. So we've already seen that El Coyote's gone, so I'm now just picking away on enemy Karlov there. I was hoping to get him dead before he fired his skill. Main reason for that is not because he really does a huge amount of damage or anything like that, but mostly because Karlov gets this stealth and dodge bonus, same as what Amethyst does, which makes it really hard to kill him, or not really hard, but much more difficult to kill him, because you end up him dodging stuff, or you can't target him with special skills. So 6th and final flag. Hopefully we can go 6 from 6, maybe? It's been a little bit since we've managed that. So in we go. Ghost enemy tank, which is... sorry, not Ghost. It's a Nightblade. Nightblade? Yeah, something like that. So not the most threatening tank in the world, but still shouldn't take it lightly. 1 green match, which is good, so we've got some damage there. Don't really have an immediate good match afterwards. There's a couple matches I could make, so obviously there's a blue match 4, which I do end up taking. Works out okay in the end. I'll pop that blue grenade. I miscounted where the tiles would land. I was counting on one of those greens to actually land in a matchable position, or an auto match position. It didn't, which was my mistake. And as a result, I have kind of messed this fight up a little bit. Still very doable. So we'll pop the Insanity out on the enemy Venus. Unfortunately, she resisted that. I'm not actually sure where the resist came from. I'm presuming that it must be from the weapon. I didn't really check the weapons, but yeah, that's a bit of an unfortunate spot to be in, because she obviously heals everyone back. She does a fair amount of healing, as well as that minion, which adds an extra layer of health. Left hand side is unfortunately charged again. We lose Dragon Fist, quickly followed by our healer. No green tiles on the board in any form of a matchable position, which is really unfortunate. Even with that big tile movement, we didn't get any new green tiles in. Fiddle did get just enough charge as a result of the charge for damage rather from Wyatt's buff. Have the Insanity out now on the enemy Venus, which is good. Still quite unfortunate with our green tiles. We do have a green tile in there, but we are on such little health that whatever move we were going to make, we were going to end up triggering Dragon Fist, and yeah, from there it was GG's. So bit unfortunate. I think if that enemy, there we go, there's the resistance. I did genuinely wonder in that fight where that resist came from. So yeah, unfortunate. If that resist hadn't have come in, we probably could have gotten the win because they would have been on much lower health. But yeah, it didn't matter too much in the end. We did get the win by a fairly considerable margin. So scroll up, you can see my hits there. We got our 5 one-shots in a row, which was a really great start. And then unfortunately just couldn't close it out with that 6th and final flag there. But either way, we did really well. We got a lot of people on 300 plus points, and you saw me there at 295. So 2 flags left on our side, 0 on theirs. So nice finish all round. But yeah, hopefully your wars went well also. And I will catch you guys in the next vid. Till then, good luck, stay safe, and happy gaming. Cheers, bye!